from the PGPPM 2426 batch, and my roll number is 2403006. I want to talk about a topic that is rapidly reshaping our economy, the profound impact of electric vehicle policies on India's GDP. This isn't just about changing the cars we drive, it's about fundamentally re engineering our engineering ecosystem, securing our economic future, and positioning India as a global leader. The government's push for EVs is a masterstroke of economic policy operating on a two pronged strategy. On one hand, it squarely addresses our urgent environmental commitments, like the national goal of achieving zero net emissions by 2070. On the other hand, it's a meticulously planned economic revitalization. The first pillar of this strategy is creating robust domestic demand. Policies like the FAME scheme have been instrumental here. By providing significant subsidies, reducing GST on EVs from 12% down to 5%, and simplifying the norms for setting up charging stations, the government has cultivated a fertile ground for the EV market to flourish. The FAME 2 scheme alone, with its massive outlay of Rs 10,000 crore, has been pivotal in driving the adoption of electric two wheelers, three wheelers, and public transport buses. By stimulating demand is not is only halfway the battle. To truly reap the economic rewards, we must own the supply chain. This brings us to the second pillar, boosting domestic manufacturing. The production linked incentive or the PLI scheme is the government's key weapon here. The PLI for the auto sector, with an outlay of nearly 26,000 crores, directly incentivizes companies to manufacture electric vehicles and their high tech components right here in India. Even more crucial is the PLI for advanced chemistry cell battery storage, with a budget of over Rs 18,000 crores. This initiative tackles the single most expensive component of an EV, the battery, aiming to end our heavy reliance on imports. This leads me to absolute this leads to me to the absolute core of this discussion, the true game changer of our long-term GDP growth, India's semiconductor mission. Semiconductors are the lifeblood of the 21st century economy. An average EV uses more than double the number of semiconductor chips compared to a traditional car. For decades, India has been a powerhouse in chip design, but we've had almost no presence in the actual, what to say, but we've had actually almost no presence in the actual manufacturing or fabrication of chips. This left us crucially exposed to the global supply chain shocks and geopolitical tensions, a vulnerability that became painfully clear during the recent pandemic. The response to this has been bold and decisive. With a massive $10 billion incentive package, are finally building our own semiconductor ecosystem from the ground up. A prime example of this recent launch of the three major facilities, two in Gujarat and one in Assam, with a combined investment of 1.25 lakh crores, spearheaded by the industry giants like Tata and CG Power. This isn't just about building factories, it's about building a nation's resilience. So, how does all this translate into tangible DGP growth? The impact is multi layered. First, it drastically reduces our import bill. India spends over $100 billion a year on crude oil. Every EV on road chips away this enormous cost. Widespread EV adoption could save our nation billions of dollars annually, strengthening our currency and improving our trade balance. Second, it drives high value manufacturing. By making complex components like batteries and semiconductors locally, we are climbing up the global value chain. This creates high skilled, high paying jobs, not just on the assembly line but in R&D, material science and precision engineering. Third, it fuels a vibrant innovation ecosystem. This manufacturing push is spawning a new wave of startups. We are seeing Indian companies innovate in battery swapping technology, smart charging solutions, and advanced energy management systems. Of course, the road ahead is not without challenges. We need to rapidly scale our charging infrastructure, secure a stable supply of raw materials like lithium, and implement a circular economy for battery recycling. But the foundation has been decisively laid. In conclusion, India's EV strategy, built on the pillars of demand creation, supply side strength, and technological self reliance, is far more than an environmental policy. It's a powerful integrated economic vision that will add billions to our GDP, create millions of jobs, and cement India's place as a manufacturing and technology hub for the future. Thank you very much.